Did you know that there's other mobs in the game that are like actually in the game files but don't get used? One of which I've been wanting to add for quite a long time because there's a giant, like a giant zombie. Like, let me just show you this. We need a fairly open spot. I hope this is big enough. But like, it's actually called giant, so it exists. There's some weird things about it though. Number one, it's not taking fire damage during the day. Okay, well, maybe that's all right. Number two, it's not pathfinding. And so you start to see there's some problems that we're gonna have to fix here. Number three, if this is still a problem, oh, they fixed that. Okay, the hitbox used to be like the size of his toenail. It wasn't very good size. This has the right eye height and the right box. Okay, that's actually kind of nice. And I think it's a shame to have something so cool and unique like in the game without being able to access it, I guess. So that's what I want to do is like actually integrate it into the game. So problem number one has to absolutely be, oh, you can push him. That is weird. His AI though, it's not going to be enough to push him around. Look it, guys, it's a giant. Wait. Look it, guys, there's a giant moving on its own. So let's just give this a shot here. Let's try and spawn in. This is not going to be enough ender pearls, is it? Nope. Do you think this will be enough? So similar to the way, oh, there's a chicken in here. Similar to the way a horse works in Minecraft, if you have a controlling entity on top of something, it can influence the mob underneath's movement. And so we're going to try and do that to the zombie. Oh. They can despawn. Uh-oh. Oh boy. Alert, alert. Man the battle stations. Endermen are about to start stealing things again. I guess it's a good thing I just got all these ender pearls. This is the command block system. Ah, yes. That keeps endermen out of trouble. You'll notice that they're carrying around flowers. So we forcibly give them flowers so that they don't like take, grass blocks and stuff. And that way they can just place whatever they want, I don't even think I've placed these dandelions. And that's how we made endermen be a lot less of a problem here. So that's just, I guess, kind of an example of how we made creatures interact with the world. So we definitely can do some cool stuff. We're going to need a giant, though. And probably more ender pearls for that setup. We really need more storage for these ender pearls because flowers stack to 64 and ender pearls only stack to 16. So we need 4 times as many chests. Maybe we'll do that later if we have time. For now, though, let's try and get an endermite. Now, how in the world... Oh my word, I'm on so low health. I think I've gone through 4 or 5 stacks of ender pearls now. I thought endermites were like 5 per... Oh, you know what? I think I have about the same amount of brain cells as this giant. 0. I literally like looked at my health. I was like, oh, I'm low. I shouldn't... Oh, I should put my boots on. I shouldn't throw any more ender pearls. Pick up ender pearl. Throw it instantly, like... I heard one. Yes. Yes. Oh, look at that. He's already given him AI. My pants are still on the ground. How? You cheater! Oh, he can climb. So what I gotta do is I gotta type a command really fast before he despawns. And look at that. That is free AI. I'm glad that worked. If that didn't work, I was like, oh boy, I really don't want to code some like AI thing like that. It sounds cool, but it is really hard to do and it usually turns out stupid looking. So as it stands right now, he's not really trying to go for me. Probably because I'm out of range because the giant is so tall. So we might have to make some modifications to give the giant like make him smarter pretty much. which we can do. We can actually do that if we use attributes. So if we just take a look at this follow range, we get this from the endermite. The brain of this giant, it has a follow range of 16. If we change that to, let's try 48. Yeah, it can see me now and it'll go right to me. The endermite can't get me, so it gets a little confused here. Oh, and that brings us to a different problem. The giant can't attack. Ooh, to be fair, that it like half makes sense because like the giant's way too tall. Okay, this is really annoying. It's following very well though. How in the world? You saw that. His height's basically 16, by the way, 16 blocks. So we should probably scale the follow range accordingly, but for some reason, when the endermite is on top of the zombie, maybe it's at a certain, yeah, it's at a certain height. The zombie can attack? Wait, is that what's happening? Because I don't think the endermite can reach me. If I go down here, do I get attacked? Not really. Interesting. So it's like the zombie's forehead can attack. That's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. I like the little endermite just being on top of the zombie. Like normally it's kind of annoying, but with the zombie, it kind of fits. There's like some sort of little mind bug. We can name it Brain if this ends up being our final solution. So here's a thought. Since the zombie's already, the giant's already a little different from a regular zombie, maybe we make it not aggressive either. Because adding in an attack could be similar difficulty to, well, no, it'd probably be easier than AI, but I like to sometimes follow the limitations and let them inspire different creativity, right? Because, you know, everybody would make a giant just be a regular zombie, but we're like, maybe he should be different. So theoretically, if we had a different mob controlling it, we could get different pathfinding. So I think we basically have two choices here. We can use a sniffer to control it. Sniffers have like a really gentle giant kind of pathfinding, and they'll sometimes go towards the player, which is kind of cool. The other option that might have interesting interactions is the armadillo. But you'll notice how when I sprinted toward the armadillo, he rolled up. And so if we were sprinting toward a giant, a cool interaction might be that the giant would like stop as though he didn't want to step on us. Now I only have 2 armadillos, so yeah, we should probably breed them. I think the giant despawned again. So we'll just put that tag on the giant. There we go. You are going to be the most powerful armadillo that ever was. And maybe the bravest. Here we go. Boink. Okay, so he's installed into the brain of the giant. Sounds funny. Am I wrong about the whole undead thing? Let's see, is he rolled up on top of there? No, he's just standing very still. I was gonna airlift him, but this might be tricky. There's some dangerous stuff over there. Let's take out the aerial units, anti-air. Oh no, he's hitting the happy guest. Got him. And then, I wanna see if you can do this. Like that. Ah, yeah. I'm starting to feel like Dr. Frankenstein here. All right, so we'll put him in the brain of the zombie and we'll see what happens. He's even more frozen than the armadillo. Hey, wait. One of the other things that we want to add in today is this unused mob. The zombie horse. Like, this thing is really cool. It's just a regular horse that's a zombie. Like, you can see why I want to add these things in. But what if we put the zombie horse on top of the zombie? Oh, it's trying to walk up 1 block and it can't. I feel like I remember them at... Yes, step height. Can we just say step up 1 block? Hard to tell if he doesn't move. I tried teleporting him to a different spot to see if that would reset the pathfinding, but aside from the initial movement, he hasn't budged a step. But yeah, the zombie horse. So, let's see. Can you actually tame these guys? Because I don't think you can. They are unused mobs after all. Can we just put a saddle like straight on him? No. So we have to manually modify the tame NBT. But how can we do that if we can't interact with him? Okay, you know chicken jockeys? What if there was a similarly low chance that a zombie could ride... he actually sits, that's funny. That a zombie could spawn riding a zombie horse. We could make it spawn tamed and even like with a saddle. Dude, the horse is like following me. Does it like me? Oh, right. It's the spider on top of the giant. I forgot about that. So let's manually set the horse to tame. And yeah, we can put the saddle on it. Can you put golden horse armor? No, there's no horse armor slot. But there's a saddle slot. So we can like ride it around. So if, you know, a zombie spawned with one of these, we could like kill the rider and then we get their horse. Kind of like how skeleton horses work. Is it just me or is this guy fast? I haven't ridden horses. No, he's not fast. It's been a while since I've ridden horses, so I was like, maybe he's actually really speedy. Now, I believe this should be fairly simple to add. Oh, what? They spawned dismounted. That's not supposed to happen. There we go. Look at that. Zombie on a zombie horse. That's awesome. And so now, oopsie, I hit the horse. I use my axe. We can take the zombie horse for ourselves. Oh, look, there's more. I set it to 100% chance just so we could see it. But, yeah, I mean, it makes sense. You know, the zombies just bring the horse from wherever they come. I really like the idea of there just being like a zombie captain or even like a group of zombies that just like all have horses. Oh, and they can still hit you. Oh, that's actually really good. I didn't think about that. Very cool, very cool. I'll set it to the rarity of chicken jockeys. Maybe a little bit more common. I was experimenting with more mobs for the giant, and now he has too much movement. He never stands still. It's confusing. He's going every single direction. Why can't there be a middle solution? I don't think the bat's gonna work. He's like an owl. Oh, dear. I didn't want it to have to come to this, but nothing seems to work. The hostile mobs are annoying, passive mobs don't move, and the flying mobs are crazy. So what we can do here is we can summon a zombie. Then if we modify it by a factor of 8 from the base, we should get an identical... Oh, not identical. Let's remove his Pokemob scale. And there we go. The ally is trying to help by pushing him around. Okay, and then I just need to change the other attributes. Adjust step height. Max health. The scary one, attack damage. This guy's gonna be about as frightening as you would think a giant would be. Slow him down by a factor of 8. And then if we turn off or turn back on his AI, we should have a giant lumbering slow zombie. Oh, I forgot to increase his follow range. But let's see, what happens if you get hit? Can you get hit? Oh my! That's like the perfect damage. I have almost all netherite on. All right, here we go. Follow range. Boink. So now he should be able to follow from a lot farther away. His AI is a little broken by being so big, I guess. Oh man, he can track me from really far away. That's pretty cool. Ooh, we gotta change his attack knockback too? Oh man. Wait. Let's get hit by him again. I want to see this like fling me back into next week. What? Oh. I was just thinking about how he would burn in the sunlight, which is kind of lame. Burning time, though, is a... Huh, that's an attribute. I didn't know that. What is his burning time? 1.0. If we set that to 0, can he not burn in the sunlight? Oops, I'm slow at typing. So we kind of lucked out. Thanks, Allie. So one thing we kind of got lucky on with this zombie is he's not picking up stuff, like my gear, which would be a good design choice just because, like, it wouldn't really make that much sense if a zombie's wearing, like, giant, like, helmets and stuff that moments ago were not that big. Oh, he'll be able to turn into a drowned. Oh, that's weird. It'd be pretty hard for him to submerge all the way, though. But yeah, he shouldn't be able to pick up stuff. But the burning time... Set this to -1 and deal with the drowned. Get out of here. And we'll change it to day. He's under the iron farm. Let's try and get him out of there. He's not burning. I didn't know you could do that. Is this a 1.21.6 thing? What? This pathfinding is a little wonky. We might need to adjust the follow range because when you make it really big, weird stuff happens. Really? He's not... Man, there's a few other things I could use stuff that doesn't burn. Well, there it is. I mean, I need to refine some of the numbers, I guess, but like, that's a giant. Maybe in the future we can get this gentle giant idea to work. And that it can be like a separate entity because it's actually like a giant entity. And there we go. Instead of a regular zombie. Well, now that I know that burning time trick, I am definitely going to use that. We'll add it to our little diorama guy. I can get rid of his silly looking helmet. I think this will do it. Yeah. I can get rid of the fire stuff for Pumpkin Panic. Get rid of that too. The phantoms would always burn up. But now we can just summon phantoms with that attribute. Way easier. And just like that. Oops. Don't want to delete that. Very good, very good. Now, just to break things up before we get to the second two, or the last two unused mobs, I want to increase the ender pearl storage here. We have a fair bit of flexibility. So the only thing that can't move is this barrel. But what I'm thinking is, since we have 2 double chests for the flowers, we can have 4 times that for the ender pearls. 7, 8. Then we'll have a basic, like, dispenser tower, although I forget. Is it dispensers or droppers? Let's see if stuff flies out. Ooh, yeah. That's nice. Droppers are easier to make anyway. I should try and remember it that way. Like, droppers are easier to make, and so you can make item towers with them easier. Double check. Yeah, now it comes out the top. Okay. Now, this is all fairly standard redstone. It's not, you know, that exciting. And so instead, we're going to focus on this next part here. By the way, what this does is it only sends a signal from the barrel if the barrel is totally full. Wait. It's not supposed to send a signal if it's totally full. And then I just invert that signal. So we're going to focus on one of my personal favorite ways to send a signal downward, which is using wallstone, I think it's called, which is a pretty funny name. So when the walls are between 2 columns of blocks like this, they're flat, and that's because there's no blocks attached to them on either side, the front or the back, just the left and right. And what's cool is when you put something on the top, all of them pouch out like this, which, as you may have guessed, can be detected by an observer. So if we look at the signal down there, break the top block, it sends that signal down through just walls. And let's just get the trigger mechanism in place. You use a trap door to trigger it because it's a lot easier than moving a wall. Oh, and one of the other reasons that wallstone is cool is you can actually have separate signals. So if you attach a trapdoor to this column, that'll send one signal, and then this column is a separate one. There's an observer that pulls the signal out from there. So you can have it like right next to each other, which of course you can't do with torch towers. So I just kind of wanted to show that off. There we go. Okay, let's try putting some ender pearls down here. And there we go, it stops. How many excess are there? 2, that's not bad. So basically when it needs an ender pearl, it'll request it through the wall stone, and then the dropper tower will send it back up. Cool. There's a little glitched zombie here. So he has all the like stats of a giant, but it was before I set the scale. Oh, he got my sword. That has smite 5 or something on it. Apparently it was before I set it so they couldn't pick up items as well. You'll notice the knockback's working though. Turns out the knockback was set to 0 as the base. And so, you know, when you multiply anything by 0, obviously it's not gonna work. So I just added like a flat knockback value and now it works. Ow. Oh no, the big guys were also before? Oh my word. That is not good. I mean, technically they have the same health, but like for some reason dealing with this guy seems so much easier than those guys. Man, how much health did I give them? I think they have 160. There we go, man. Now I got the smite axe. The lousy thing is I gave them armor toughness to make them even stronger. So it's gonna make that netherite armor really, really good on them. Ah, see, you mess it up at all and you're toast. Oh, finally. Wow. So both the giant and the zombie horse were sort of unfinished, but this next guy, like, he seems complete. Yeah, so he has spells and like a strategy. How long does this last? Wow, that's actually really long. And he fires really fast. Like, skeletons don't shoot that fast. In fact, I wonder if the reason that he got, like, scrapped, or not scrapped, but not used, was just because he was too hard. Let's see if we can get him to do another spell here. Oh, does he only cast 1 at the beginning? Wait. Oh! Oh! Oh yeah, that spell's cool. Like, this is in the game. This is so cool. So there's an invisible guy. I think he's in the center of this. And he casts these, oh my word, I can't hit him. You can see the particles. I believe he's in the center. But like, that's so cool. I feel like that, oh yeah, we got him back now. Oh, what? The mimics changed position. Aside from the fact that this is a really cool mechanic and makes me wonder if we could use it elsewhere. Like, this is just a really cool mob. He makes things harder. Like, we should totally implement him. And probably we won't have to do really that much because he's so complete already. Oh, he did it again. Ah, got him. So for the illusioner, I was thinking we could set it up in like a patrol style. Oops, I forgot to give him a bow. Oh. Oh. Well, this patrol has gone horribly wrong. But the idea is that the patrols would be significantly more dangerous with an illusioner there. And he, I don't know why, maybe it's because he looks like the wandering trader, but he seems more like of a roamer than like something that would be in a woodland mansion, for example. So it makes sense to put him with like patrols. And then the other thing I was thinking that would help make him even more useful, if If I can just kill him. Yeah, so I copied the loot table from an evoker. So if you kill him, you have a chance to get Totem of Undying. So when patrols show up, they actually have like some purpose, like some value. I might want to make this chance based though, because now I'm thinking maybe that is going to drop every time. So I pretty much just copy and pasted from the drowned. And now, wait, what? Oh, for real, if there's a space, it messes up. Okay, here we go. We got a patrol now. Yep, there's actually things getting fired. Ooh, wow, that is tricky with the blindness. Man, the whole patrol is way more dangerous. So what I was saying about the drops though, if you have looting, you have a higher chance of getting a totem. Oh boy, I kind of need a totem. And not enough time. Oh, got him. All right, so we got a Totem of Undying. It is a 55% chance if you have looting 3 and only a 25% chance if you have no enchantments. I want to make totally sure. We should get at least one scenario where nothing drops. Excellent. Okay, very good, very good. So it's not a guarantee, but it is definitely an incentive to fight. Oh man, you really got to get him before he turns invisible. It's an incentive to actually fight patrols. And there we go, we got another one. I could potentially lower the chance. And actually, this would be a good place to get feedback. What do you think the chances should be for non-looting and looting 3? But this last unused mob is truly a monster, capable of horrible savagery. It's the terrible Killer Rabbit! Oh, Killer Bunny! This is easily the mob I've wanted to add into the game the longest. Back even before in season 1, I think, of the Talon's Oasis series, I was setting up a way to actually add this guy in. In fact, I think I still have some of the items for it. We might modify this guy because he's making like fast leaps, but like I want him to like leap at supersonic speed. You know? But yeah, so like a long time ago, I was thinking about like you have to collect all these passive mob heads and then you would like craft them. Like maybe a bunny and a cow would be the other two. You'd craft them in like your crafting menu and you'd get a thing that would spawn this guy. And so I was like, what if this guy spawned like if you were killing passive creatures? Like if you hit a bunny or something, this thing like spawns in to protect it or something. Oh, it gets one shot? Might have to do something about that. I think we might need to make it a little scarier. Now, since we were just dealing with like raid patrols and stuff, I was like, oh, wait a second. You know what'd be kind of cool and make like a lot of sense? Bad Omen. So if you have Bad Omen on you and then you hit like a passive creature, and maybe we wouldn't do like cows and stuff because I don't know if it's really going to make that much sense with like cows and pigs and sheep. We could limit it just to rabbits that aren't this killer bunny, but then it would spawn this guy in and he would just, you know, start hopping around. And we can use an advancement to track that. So let's focus on making this guy better. So let's try movement speed first. Let's see what he has. 0.23. Let's try an extreme value because we're aiming for like him to like just leap right at your face, you know? So we don't want him to move fast on the ground. We want him to like really, really jump at you. Where'd he go? Oh. Oh. Oh, yes. Okay, this is the right thing. He's jumping too low, so we're gonna need him to jump higher, like, you know, about a block high, so he actually kind of goes for your face. Yeah, this is a little much, but I mean, he could like get behind you, which is kind of cool. Let's change his jump strength to be... We'll just try 1 for now. Let's see what happens here. Oh, he's taking fall damage. Oh no. Okay. We can change. So there's actually an attribute of like safe fall distance. So we could increase that too, maybe. Whoa. Okay, I think he's still moving a little too fast. We'll see. Let's get down on the ground and see what happens here. Oh my. Oh my. He goes right for you. Right for your eyes about. That's pretty good. I think we could probably modify his jump height to be just a smidgen lower. Because he was overshooting a couple of times. And the other thing too that we're gonna do, so because he is not really a reward, oh my. Basically, he's supposed to be a punishment, so we're not gonna get like any crazy good items from him. Oh, whoa, I didn't see him. Oh my goodness. So to test whether this is working or not, I need to become a bit of a monster here. So here's a rabbit. Let's see if this works correctly. Oh, he's really fast. Oh, there's another one, a bigger one. Oh, yeah, you can hear the sound like, uh-oh, you shouldn't have done that. It has a 33%, yeah, it has a 33% chance to spawn. Oh. Did I mess up the chance? Okay, that's 6 hits that didn't cause it. Yep. Look at this. This is what experience gets you. I had the chance set to 67 out of 1. Let's set that to 0.67 out of 1. And reload. And now 33% chance. Man, it's actually really hard to hit rabbits. Oh, he didn't spawn. Still didn't spawn? Oh, there's an impossibly tiny little rabbit there, changed by Pokemon scaling stuff. There's a 0% chance of me hitting him, isn't there? Oh my word, he's like a flea. Oh. Oh, wait, this might make it easier. And also might kill me. Uh-oh. Oh no, now we're in trouble. Yep, there he is. Okay, it did work. Oh man. It's weird, he like jumps sideways like that, and then all of a sudden he'll attack you and you don't really know when, yeah, you don't know which one to dodge. The one positive that it does do when it spawns is it removes the bad omen effect from you, so you could count that as potentially a reward. It's one way to get rid of the bad omen effect. But yeah, there we have it. The 4th unused mob now has a use. It protects rabbits from getting hit, basically. The protector of all things cute and cuddly. Oh man. Ow. Dude, he hurts. And that's with netherite armor on, by the way. Now, I did say there was no reward to killing this guy, but there is actually a reward for spawning him. And because we are in Pokemobs, oh man, this might be harder than I expect. We have a chance of catching this guy, although he jumps around a lot. Maybe he'll not move farther away. Ah, there it is. And so any of the cool mobs that we've given purpose to today could be added to our team. And so I think that's pretty cool. So with that, that is going to be all for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. Uh-oh, there's a second one. That second one is not friendly. He's jumping too high though. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. It was a lot of fun adding the unused mobs back into the game, giving them purpose, giving them a connection with the world. Oh boy, I better wrap this up before I die. Anyway, that's gonna be all from me. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Later.